Nissim Otmazgin was Yaron's professor at Hebrew University in Jerusalem. Thank you so much for giving us your time in the midst of this absolute tragedy. What was your
Thank
reaction
you.
to learning about this shooting and also that the suspect yelled those words, Free Palestine?
This is a tragedy. Yaron's friends, professors were all devastated from the news coming from the United States. Yaron was an outstanding student and a wonderful personality. This is what makes it even more and more difficult. His dream was to become a diplomat. And just when he was making his first steps towards this goal, becoming a diplomat in Washington, the most important outpost of the Israeli Foreign Service, he was killed, murdered together with his fiancee. And here in Israel, actually, we're all mourning, and his friends are calling me all the time, his fellow students. We just can't believe it.
Describe what Yaron was like inside the classroom, Professor.
Well, he was, as I mentioned, an outstanding student. He studied international relations and Asian studies at the Hebrew University of Jerusalem, where I teach. In an assignment in my honors class, he received 100, the highest in class. He was intelligent, yes, sensitive, and knowledgeable. He was born in Germany, immigrated to Israel. So actually, he knew 4 languages: German, Hebrew, language, Hebrew, English, and Japanese. He studied Japanese for 2 years. He believed that coming from a culturally diverse background will help him be a better diplomat. And actually, he was very idealistic. He truly believed that what he's doing is actually for the wider society and for the state of Israel. This is what makes it both personal and, I would say, even a wider public tragedy here in Israel.
Well, speaking of that, Professor, you are there in Israel, and there are certainly differing perspectives on this war around the country. Do you think this tragedy, this double tragedy, will potentially shift some of the narrative that surrounds the war there in Gaza? Do you think it will shift some of the narrative here in the U.S.?
I think that it shows us how important it is to stop the hostilities, to bring back the hostages, the Israelis kidnapped into Gaza, and to start building again trust, start to trust and building partnerships. I think this is what Yaron believes in. He thought that actually being from a culturally diverse background, being a Christian, is actually religion is something that we should use to build bridges towards our neighbors. And I think that what we are trying to do, at least in our university, to create a cosmos, to create a mini society of how the society here should be, where Israelis and Palestinians learn to live with each other. Eventually, this is what we'll have to do.
And Professor, ironically, Yaron and Sarah were attending a humanitarian event last night that was raising money for aid to be received in Gaza. How do you think this type of attack will potentially complicate peace efforts?
I think that, of course, during these times, extremists from both sides, actually, they try to become more and more radical. I think that we should continue with what Yaron and Sarah is doing. We're doing, actually, is we, even when the hostilities are on, try to think about a better future, better partnership. There is no other way. And I think this is what Yaron believed, and he tried to achieve it through being a diplomat. I don't see it actually a game changer in what is going on in the Middle East, in Israel these days, but it just shows us the need to stop hostilities, bring back the hostages, and start building trust again.
And my last question for you, Professor, obviously you are there in Israel, but no doubt you know others here in America, here in the U.S. Do you think other Jewish venues around the U.S. should be concerned about these type of copycat attacks potentially?
Actually, throughout the day following this terror act, it was all over the news that Israelis who are, for example, teaching at American universities were asked if they feel afraid, if they feel hostilities. And I think, yes, the discourse in Israel, at least, is that we should actually pay more attention to anti-Semitism. We should pay attention to more radical discourse that we hear from time to time.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.